Have you ever wondered what question shapes the life of a monk each morning? Imagine a solitary figure seated on a cliff as the first rays of sunlight kiss the earth, the wind whispering secrets through the leaves, and the world still wrapped in the haze of dreams. In that sacred silence, a monk asks himself a question so simple yet so profound. It holds the key to a life of clarity, purpose, and inner peace. That question is not about wealth, not about success, not about fame. It is a question that strips life down to its bare essence. What truly matters today? Think about it. What if, before making a single decision, before responding to a single message, before allowing the chaos of the world to touch your mind, you paused and asked yourself that question? Imagine the power contained in such a moment. The mind of the monk is not cluttered with endless distractions or paralyzed by overthinking. Each morning, with the sunrise as witness, he chooses focus over frenzy, essence over noise, being over doing. He doesn't ask, "What can I gain?" He asks, "What truly matters today?" And in that question, the world bends differently. It whispers truths that ordinary lives often overlook. It draws attention to the invisible threads that connect each breath to the vast tapestry of existence. When you wake up tomorrow, what will you ask yourself? Will it be about the emails you need to answer? The errands you must run, the deadlines that feel like shackles? Or will you, just for a moment, suspend the urgency, step outside the pull of routine, and pose the same question the monk does? What truly matters today? It is not a rhetorical question. It is a lens through which life transforms. Imagine walking through a forest where each leaf glimmers with dew, each bird's song resonates with intention. You do not rush past the trees, you notice them, you inhale the air. You feel your heart beating in rhythm with the earth. That is what the monk cultivates, a consciousness of presence, a habit of asking, what truly matters? And in doing so, the answers reveal themselves not as distant or abstract ideas, but as immediate, actionable truths. Perhaps today it is to show kindness to a stranger. Perhaps it is to face a fear you have long avoided. Perhaps it is simply to breathe fully and be grateful for the life you have. Most of us live in autopilot. We wake up, get dressed, check our phones, scroll through news, social media, messages, obligations. Our mornings are polluted with noise before the day even begins. The monk understands that the first thoughts, the first questions, the first intention we set in the morning shape not just the day, but the very trajectory of our lives. The question, what truly matters today, acts as a compass. It is the northern star guiding every choice, every action, every interaction. It does not guarantee a life without pain or struggle, but it guarantees that each struggle carries meaning. Each challenge reveals opportunity, and each moment is approached with purpose. Think about your own life for a moment. How many mornings have you started with worry or anxiety, with fear of what's next or regret for what came before? How many times have you found yourself exhausted, overwhelmed, and wondering where the day went, only to realize that you were running toward things that did not matter, chasing shadows while missing the sunlight? The monk does not escape life's challenges. He faces them with clarity, armed with the question that cuts through illusion. What matters today? It distills life into its essence. It eliminates the distractions that cloud judgment, the pressures that distort priorities, the voices that demand attention for the sake of noise. The power of this question lies in its intimacy. It is a question only you can answer. Others can advise, guide, or warn, but the answer resides within. And it is not a question answered once, like a math problem with a fixed solution. It must be asked anew every morning, in every season, in every circumstance. Today's answer may differ from yesterday's. Today, your focus may be connection. Tomorrow, your focus may be courage. And next week, perhaps your focus will be forgiveness. The monk knows that life is fluid, impermanent, and ever-changing. By asking the question each morning, he aligns himself with this flow rather than resisting it, allowing wisdom to emerge naturally, moment by moment. Imagine sitting by a still lake, the water perfectly reflecting the sky. You drop a single pebble and ripples spread outward, touching every part of the surface. Every choice you make, every action you take is like that pebble. It creates ripples that extend far beyond what you can see. The monk asks himself, what truly matters today? Before casting his pebble into the lake. He knows that even the smallest, most ordinary action, if done with intention, has the potential to create extraordinary consequences. And here's the twist most people overlook. It is not the grand gestures that define a meaningful life, but the small, deliberate choices made with attention and care. The smile offered to a stranger, the patience shown to a colleague, the refusal to indulge in anger when provoked. These are the ripples that shape existence. These are the moments where what truly matters becomes visible. Many people think that monks live apart from the world, secluded in monasteries, disconnected from reality. But the truth is the opposite. Monks live fully within the world, but they do not allow the world to live within them. They are present, aware, conscious. The question, what truly matters today, acts as a filter, separating the transient from the essential, the noise from the signal. You do not need a monastery to practice this. You do not need robes or rituals. You need only the willingness to pause, to breathe, to reflect, and to ask yourself the question before the day sweeps you away. This is an act of courage. It is a refusal to be carried by inertia. It is a declaration that your life will be guided by purpose, not by circumstance. And here is something remarkable. When you ask this question consistently, you begin to see life differently. Decisions become easier, priorities become clearer. Your mind unclutters. Your energy becomes directed rather than scattered. You begin to notice beauty where before there was only routine. You begin to recognize opportunities where before there was only struggle. You begin to live rather than merely survive. It is not magic. It is practice. It is discipline. It is mindfulness applied with intention. And the best part? The moment you realize the power of this question, it begins to transform not just your mornings, but every moment of your life. Consider this. If every morning you asked, "What truly matters today?" and answered with complete honesty, what would your day look like? Would you spend hours consumed by emails that do not serve your purpose? Would you continue to chase the validation of others while neglecting the voice within? Or would you redirect your attention toward actions that nourish your soul, strengthen your relationships, and cultivate the person you truly wish to become? The monk understands that each day is a microcosm of life. One day done with clarity is a life done with clarity. One morning aligned with purpose is a life aligned with meaning. And the beauty of it is that you do not have to wait for perfect conditions. You do not have to wait for the right time, the right motivation, or the right circumstances. The moment is now. The morning is now. The question is now. You may wonder, isn't life unpredictable? Don't things happen beyond my control? Absolutely. Life is unpredictable, chaotic, and often unfair. The monk does not deny this. He accepts it. But within this acceptance lies freedom. By asking, what truly matters today? He identifies what he can influence, what he can act upon, and what he can release. He does not waste energy on things outside his control. He does not spiral into regret over the past or fear of the future. He acts from presence, from clarity, from a deep alignment with his values. And this is the secret the monk offers the world. Control what you can. Release what you cannot, and always begin with the question that centers your being. Let me offer a visual. Imagine a sculptor facing a block of marble. The marble is rough, unshaped, chaotic. The sculptor could strike randomly, or he could approach with intention, asking himself, which part of this marble matters most today? Each deliberate strike removes only what is unnecessary, revealing the form hidden within. Your life is the marble. Your actions are the strikes. The question, what truly matters today, directs your hands, guiding you to remove what is irrelevant, to preserve what is essential, and to reveal the masterpiece within. Without the question, the sculptor's strikes are scattered, the marble remains rough, and the hidden potential is never realized. With the question, clarity emerges, purpose emerges, beauty emerges. Now let's bring this closer to your own life. Tomorrow morning, before you check your phone, before the noise of the world reaches you, sit quietly, close your eyes, take a deep breath, ask yourself, what truly matters today? And then listen. Listen to the subtle answers that arise. Not from logic, not from obligation, not from fear, but from the deepest part of you. The answers might surprise you, they might challenge you, they might demand courage, but they will always guide you toward life that feels right, authentic, and deeply aligned. Over time, this practice accumulates. One day leads to another. One answer leads to another. One act of clarity leads to another. You begin to notice patterns. You begin to sense priorities intuitively. You begin to live from a place of conscious intention rather than reaction. And here's a final twist. The question the monk asks is deceptively simple, but its impact is exponential. One morning of reflection can shape your choices for the entire day. One day of clarity can influence the trajectory of your month. One month of consistent focus can ripple into the course of your year. And 1 year of living intentionally can transform the course of your life. Small, deliberate acts, guided by a profound question, create momentum. Momentum that is invisible at first, but unstoppable over time. That is why monks, seemingly ordinary people, cultivate extraordinary lives. They do not have more time. They do not have fewer challenges. They have mastered the art of asking the right question at the right moment, consistently, every morning. So what about you? Are you willing to take a few minutes tomorrow to sit in stillness and ask, what truly matters today? Are you willing to let this question guide your steps, your choices, your actions? Are you willing to see life not as a chaotic blur of obligations, but as a canvas where each moment is a brushstroke of intention? Each interaction a reflection of what you value most? Because the truth is, the world will continue to rush. The noise will persist, and the distractions will multiply. Nothing outside of you will pause for your reflection. But within that pause, that question, lies your freedom, your power, your clarity. Your life transformed from ordinary to extraordinary, one morning at a time. To change your life with nothing more than a question. The monk's question is not a secret guarded in monasteries. It is available to anyone, anywhere, at any moment. It is simple. It is profound. It is the gateway to a life where intention, purpose, and peace are not distant ideals, but lived realities. And as you carry this question into your day, notice the subtle shifts, the increased presence, the clarity in decision-making, the weightlessness of letting go of what does not matter. Notice how you begin to act with courage, with kindness, with integrity. Notice how each ripple you create expands far beyond what you could have imagined. So tomorrow, when the sun rises, do not wake to the noise. Do not wake to the obligations. Do not wake to the fear or distraction. Wake to the question. Ask it. Feel it. Live it, and watch as the day unfolds in ways you never expected. One simple question, one moment of clarity, one life transformed. If this resonated with you, take a moment to reflect in the comments below. What truly matters to you today? Share your thoughts, your insights, your intentions. And if you want to continue exploring the wisdom, the practices, and the perspectives that can shift the way you see life, make sure to like this video, subscribe to Echoes of Greatness, and join our growing community of seekers committed to living consciously, intentionally, and fully. Remember, life is fleeting, time is precious, and each morning is an invitation to ask the question that can change everything. What truly matters today? Step into the question, embrace the answer, and watch your life transform in ways you never thought possible.